Shalom, Kahalo Yahal, Bashim Yahweh Bahashim Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles and other bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth, and Shalom and salutations to all the brothers pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua, back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you as well. Today is War and Rumors of War Tuesday, so we're on schedule. All right, so Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. So, are we seeing any of this? Wars and rumors. What we do is we go to these different versions and we'll read the NIV. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. NLT. And you will hear of wars and threats of wars. Rumors. What else? We got rumors and threats. Reports of wars. Aramaic Bible in plain English. It is going to happen that you are going to hear battles and reports, right? Like the Battle of Armageddon, which is taking shape right now, all right? So we got reports, threats, rumors, what else? News of battles far away. Okay? So we got news, threats, rumors, and reports. So let's get into it. We're going to go to Marfugel. Marfugel News 15 hours ago. Nukes on the move. Is this a rumor? Is it a threat? Is it a report? Is it news? Let's find out. Okay. Take it away, Marv.
The weekend, so I apologize, but there was very, very urgent stories to get across. I do understand that many of you get your information from our website or from our channel. So again, there are some pretty big things happening right now, and we will be covering that over on our live show over on Marfugel TV. Thank you guys for your patience. We did not do a show on Friday because I was down, and my wife currently still is. So thank you guys for all the prayers and all of the comments saying very, very beautiful things. I appreciate you guys, and that's why I love you guys. So thank you. Intense activity spotted at North Korea nuclear site, says monitoring group. So many people, poo-poo North Korea, first of all, but as you guys know, we have a lot of military in our group. They do not poo-poo North Korea. They poo-poo media coverage on it. They talk about how there's a lot of ganda about it. But North Korea truly is insane, in my opinion. Love to hear yours, but we'll talk about that. Speaker McCarthy's office confirms meeting with Taiwan's president, which has drawn criticism from China. That will happen on April 5th. There are big things that are possible here. And then Finland is to join NATO on Tuesday. Jens Stoltenberg confirms. We'll talk about that. That's huge. And then Russia threatens big military buildup over new NATO neighbor, Finland. And then the ambassador to Belarus says nuclear weapons will be deployed to Belarus's westernmost regions. It says that intense activity spotted at North Korea's nuclear site, says monitoring group, that satellite images have revealed intense activity at North Korea's main nuclear site, according to a U.S. think tank. The Washington-based 38 North Monitoring Project said that the satellite images from the 3rd of March and the 17th of March at Yongbyon Nuclear Scientific Research Center indicated that an experimental light water reactor, or ELWR, was nearing completion and transition to operational status. Obviously, experimental light water reactor does not sound very awesome, at least not them having it. It says the images showed that the 5-megawatt reactor at Yongbyon continued to operate and that construction had started on a support building around the ELWR, the report said. It added that the water discharges have been detected that could be associated with the testing of the ELWR's cooling system. new construction also appears to have started around the uranium enrichment plant, the UEP area, likely intended to expand the uranium conversion capabilities. Together, these developments seem to reflect Kim Jong-un's recent directive to increase the country's fissile material production and expand its nuclear weapons arsenal. North Korea having weapons of mass destruction is pretty crazy. People poo-poo them, but again, if you do believe that there might be some sort of Fantastic Freddy event that's caused by one of these countries, it would be them that would be the patsy. There's all sorts of stuff around Kim, and I've talked about this a million times since his surgery, where people actually they actually presumed he was perished.
There's rumors for you
that he passed, only to find out that he was okay and that he wasn't. And then all of a sudden, he started talking and the whole 9 yards. Ask another Fugel family member. I've explained it so much I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but it's very odd. And some believe that he is not even around, that some three-letter agency has taken over, but who knows? One thing I do know, though, is they have one of the biggest threats as far as the good people.
Did he say threats?
I know that our military, they believe they are part of the biggest threat. In fact, most in my small group believe that they are actually worse than a ton of the other countries right now, or at least the risk is higher. Speaker McCarthy's office confirms meeting with Taiwan's president, which has drawn criticism from China. The office of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has officially confirmed Monday that the California Republican will meet this week with Taiwan's president in his home state. The bipartisan meeting between McCarthy and Tai Ing-wen, which will also include members of Congress, will take place Wednesday at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, his office told Fox News Digital in a statement. Earlier in March, a report emerged that Tsai will meet McCarthy on U.S. soil instead of overseas in order to avoid provoking China. McCarthy previously said that he wanted to visit Taiwan if elected speaker, according to the Financial Times. And it said that Fox News Digital reported in January that the Pentagon was preparing for the California Republican to visit Taipei later this year. But now, with relations between U.S. and China increasingly strained, Tsai and McCarthy have agreed to meet in California. So we talked about this, how they said, China actually said, hey, this isn't going to be just a fun visit. This is going to mean business. Now there is this actual slated meeting. It means business, and there's going to be other Congress members there. Something is going to be worked out. It may be a meeting about what huge events are about to go down. The 5th, on top of everything else that is happening with Vlad and Stoltenberg confirming that Finland is going to be joining, you also have a red line being crossed, apparently, with China. So we'll see. There's been many red lines crossed. China is less of a bluffer than, of course, Russia. But again, this isn't, what will their response be? I believe that they will most likely do something to Taiwan. So I think it all kind of ties in together. Again, we'll see.
I think, right? That sounds like a rumor to me. All right? You got rumor, you got propaganda, you got actual wars. What I think, my opinion, everybody has one of those. Okay, well, let this guy talk a little more.
Or is China's response. And then it says Finland's formal joining of NATO will make the military alliance stronger, and they are officially going to join NATO on Tuesday.
So that would be today. If Finland joins NATO, what does that mean? That means NATO can put nuclear weapons on on Finland's border with Russia. No? I believe that's exactly what it means. That's what's going on right now. All right? And then how soon will Sweden join, NATO as well? What, within the week? That sounds like a rumor. All right, here we go.
Stoltenberg confirms despite Putin's Belarus threat. Jens Stoltenberg, its Secretary General, said on Monday that as he dismissed Vladimir Putin's threat of stationing nuclear weapons in Belarus, Turkey, the last country to have ratified Helsinki's membership, will hand its officials' text to U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Tuesday as NATO foreign ministers gather in Brussels. Finland will be invited to do the same, and there will be a flag-raising ceremony at NATO's Brussels headquarters in the afternoon. I would expect during that raising ceremony, hopefully, nothing crazy happens, but this is historic as far as Finland and Sweden have always been historically neutral, or at least since the last conflict, and now they're jumping on the NATO boat. I think it's about 800 miles of the border. I could be wrong on that, but I believe 800 miles more on Russia's border of NATO. So he's going to be very, very pissed. It says Finland has, again, or I guess it's about 810 miles border with Russia, meaning NATO's frontier with Russia will roughly double in length once Helsinki's decades of non-alignment ends.
And that's a threat. Okay? That's a direct threat to Russia. All right? We're dealing with threats. News, threats, reports, and rumors.
Think about this. He did not want a single neighbor. Now he has twice as much NATO around him. This is a big deal. It is, if there were any red lines to be crossed, he's concerned this is probably the largest 810 miles. It says, we all welcome Finland as a member of NATO, making Finland safer and our alliance stronger. Mr. Stoltenberg said, we will raise the Finnish flag for the first time here at NATO headquarters. And of course, it will be a good day for Finland's security, for Nordic security, and for NATO as a whole. So that's huge response from that. Russia threatens big military buildup.
Russia threatens.
New NATO neighbor. Moscow will be enhancing its military presence in the west and northeast of Russia in response to Finland's accession to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Of course, Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Alexander Grushko said on Monday, Finland will be joining the military alliance on Tuesday. NATO Secretary Jens Stoltenberg ratified its accession after several delays. The Kremlin is already bristling at the news that the alliance, which was founded to provide security against the Soviet Union, is expanding to 31 members. Grushko said that the country will be taking steps to ensure that Russia's security as a result of the expansion. Part of the measures have already been announced. We will strengthen our military potential in the western and northwestern direction in that event that the forces and assets of other NATO members are deployed in Finland.
Lines are being drawn. Okay? Lines are being drawn.
We'll take additional steps to reliably ensure Russia's military security, Grushko said. And it says it's not the first time Russia has suggested that it will recalibrate its military if Finland, which shares an approximately 800-mile-long border with Russia, joins NATO. So they're saying they're literally telling they're saying it out loud that they're going to be moving things around. They say if, I believe it's already. I mean that's going to be a for sure. If of course Finland joins, that's 810 miles that are now on their border and officially NATO. Who knows what's going to happen here? Are they going to put in different defensive mechanisms there? Are they going to put troops there? Are they going to start digging trenches like they are in Romania? Or are they going to put anti-tank measures like they have up in Poland? We don't know. And then Russian tactical nuclear weapons, which Russia is expected to deploy in Belarus, will be deployed in its westernmost borders. A quote from Gryzlov says, the nuclear weapons will be deployed to the western borders of our allied state and enhance our security capabilities. This will be done despite the outcry of Europe and the U.S. If we are talking about the U.S. deploying their nuclear weapons in European countries, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, and Turkey, then we have to take measures that will enhance the security of our allied state, Gryzlov said. So they're essentially saying that we have them, they're going to have them as well. They are, of course, moving these nukes. On the 5th, we have this meeting on April 5th, which something could be, some sort of retaliation could happen from that, from China's standpoint, the meter with the speaker, or at least the excuse to do something crazy. And then, of course, you have the response on Tuesday, Finland joining, which is, again, I mean, this is, we're looking at tomorrow, Finland is going to be joining.
Which is today.
That is a week out or 8 days. I believe that is tomorrow. So this is going to be a week to open your eyes. I think that people, regardless if media is complacent and regardless if everything is seeming calm, people should have a basic plan, a basic level of prep. People should be paying attention to what is going on.
This is news. This is huge. Okay. That Finland is joining NATO today. All right. And as Russia places tactical nukes in Belarus, what is the other side going to place in Finland, which is on the border, on Russia's border?
You should be telling friends and family members in the least crazy way to be responsible and have food and all sorts of other supplies ready just in case something. And I'm not saying that it's the end of the world. Anything can happen right now. Things could go down in our own country at the same time. Both of these are going off. Our former president is being indicted, for gosh sakes. So please, at this point, it would be crazy not to have a basic plan. If something were to go down, who knows? It could all go at once. That new movie, what is it? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I think that's describing what's about to happen. But that's just me. Let me know what you think. Make sure to go over to markfugelnews.com. I've put a full bibliography of every.
Okay, good enough. So, good news there, Mark. Good news. Keep us up to date. So, as you can see, things are just expanding exponentially. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Yeah? I want to look into that. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and close. And we'll close with what? We'll go here. Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Well, for years, like he just explained, Marfugel just explained, this guy, he just explained that for years, Finland and Sweden are neutral countries. Why? They were weak in that thing. We don't want to fight, right? But now what? Now you're joining, right, with your allies. What are they going to do? They're going to put them nukes right there on your border. Beat your plowshares. A plowshare and a pruning hook is a gardening tool. A sword is a nuclear missile, and a spear is a tactical nuke, if you will. These are weapons of war. Okay? Now the weak, Finland, is saying, I am strong. All right? And we'll go here real quick. Revelation 11. What do we see as a result of this coming together? Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. What does woe mean? The third woe? World war. World war. World War II is past, and World War III cometh quickly. World war meaning everybody. Okay? Everybody fighting each other. All right? And that is not a rumor, that's a fact. That's coming out right now. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close. We hope that the lecture edified you, brothers and few sisters. With that, shalom.